And introducing confirmed Limbo Boy for Smash.
Yeah, we were just looking at a tweet sent out by Rayman for Smash, or Ray for Smash.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah,
I'll get back to that
right,
later.
those buggers, when they land on you, they manipulate your controls.
Yep.
Smash isn't that way, kid. It's that way.
So what we just learned there are two very important things. First off, you can't experience this without me telling you. We are constantly moving. I cannot change direction, except they hate the light, and they will want to survive in darkness. However, as of right now, this thing is about to walk me into a pond, and I'm going to die, which is why I need to push this block, then jump and got it.
There we go.
There you go.
Thank you, buggers.
So, yes. You can still grab stuff, and you can still push things and move, but when those brain slugs attach, they will force you in a direction, and you now are very limited in what you can do in that direction.
Right.
Right.
For now,
But anyway, back to what...
So yeah.
this does nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, we need power.
But back to what Ali was talking about. Basically, for context, we're recording this just like a couple of minutes before the Game Awards for this year. And one of the Twitters that I follow, Rayman for Smash, posted a picture that's a parody of that infamous Rayman 3 ad. You know, the one with the big features.
Yeah.
Pictured here.
If Logan feels like putting it there.
Nah, they know that they should know. You're fine.
Yeah.
Just look. If you don't know what it is, look it up.
Yeah.
Look up Rayman 3 ad.
Just look up Rayman big features.
Now we can create friction, and thus,
Oh!
by some miracle, we create a thunderstorm.
So you needed a hamster in the hamster wheel.
To create enough friction to somehow create a thunderstorm.
I don't know. I don't see no hamsters around here, so I guess that'll have to do.
All I saw was the thing from Stranger Things.
Oh, jeez.
I actually didn't think you as someone that would watch Stranger Things. Whoop.
Actually, can we talk about that? Oh, yeah, I need to move this so I can actually make use of this platform. Yeah, can we talk about that? Gui, did you see the recent Ghostbusters trailer?
Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I heard about it. I haven't actually seen the trailer yet.
I still need to see it myself. I've heard it left a better impression than the last Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
For obvious reasons. It doesn't feel like he was pandering. It doesn't feel like he was rushed out to just meet the social media world.
Yeah.
My only complaint about it is that I feel like between Stranger Things, to a lesser extent Super 8, because that came out a long time ago, and It, Chapter 1 in particular, I've kind of just become a little... part of me actually loves
the idea of
like
kids
sometimes.
versus the world kind of has become
or
a
kids versus
or
I guess it's kind of like you remember how like in the late, actually around the time this game came out, in early 2010s, that zombies were like the biggest thing, and they had to be in everything. Mm-hmm. Like zombies were everywhere now because Walking Dead happened. Then you had the first Red Dead Redemption zombie DLC, which was actually pretty awesome. Actually, if you look into it, they did a lot for that Halloween expansion. But you remember, like, this was also when Left 4 Dead came out. I think this was around the time of Dead Rising, wasn't it?
Dead Rising was a few years earlier.
Okay.
That was literally like the mid 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like not only was it ahead of the curve, but some would argue that it's a little bit more enjoyable.
Well, I know I like Dead Rising. I like Dead Rising too.
Great.
Yeah,
I still don't know if we're. I still don't know if for the second one. I don't know if we're gonna do two like vanilla or off the record.
I think we should do vanilla just because it is technically canon, and secondly, well, I would say the stuff with off the record is a little more pivotal if you actually had experience with the first game, with the first version.
Real quick, what are the main differences between vanilla 2 and off the record?
The differences.
I'll let James handle that.
All right. Well, first and foremost, instead of the character, your main character being Chuck Green, they brought back Frank West because it was mostly to comply with initial complaints that
that you weren't playing as Frank.
Pretty much, and secondly, it twists some things around to match Frank's little part of the plot, and it. Compared to the original take, it doesn't take itself nearly as seriously.
Well, which is fine, because that was one of the things I
that's a
honestly
puzzle you
liked
gotta
about the
know.
first one.
I mean,
that's a puzzle you got to know ahead of time, and it can be kind of like, yeah, this sequence is kind of long with how long and interconnected all the puzzles are. You have to move that buoy into place so that it can lift this block up, so we can survive this flood.
Right.
And he was so you mainly the big difference is you play as Frank West. They actually take Chuck Green and replace one of the bosses with him, which gives him a much more tragic story, unfortunately.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I will say to Vanilla's credit, like, it still definitely felt like a Dead Rising game. Like, there was still a decent amount of cheese involved, even if it honestly, its tone was more or less in check with the original game. Though, I would just say that, for all intents and purposes, Off the Record felt more like a parody than anything.
Gotcha.
I guess my big thing is that I just loved getting to see Frank West again because I love his character and I love the voice acting and stuff.
If I remember correctly, Off the Record also made a few gameplay related improvements, or at least stuff that doesn't feel quite as what's the word tedious than the first game. Like, for example, you do still have to worry about Zombrex and trying to make sure that there's no zombification involved. Though instead of it being your daughter, it's you.
Actually,
and the credit to that is that since you're pretty much it's only you have to worry about, you can pretty much use that Zombrex at almost any time.
Which is nice.
I want to ask. I know this might be a bit of a loaded topic, but I don't care. I mean, I honestly feel like this is going to be one of those commentaries where we can just shoot the breeze. Considering how Capcom's been really, profiting off pretty much remaking a lot of Resident Evil, like we have the RE3 remake coming out soon, do you think it would be interesting or beneficial if they looked into also giving Dead Rising the remake treatment?
I wouldn't be against it. At the same time, though, we kind of sort of had something like that in the form of Dead Rising 4, and, we all know how that turned out.
I, however, on a similar strand with Capcom, however, not in the sense of on their Resident Evil forefront, but on their Devil May Cry forefront, I would not mind if they did something to re-release or bundle the Dead Rising series onto Switch.
Oh yeah, no, like honestly, I mean, considering the fact that they actually put the Devil May Cry games on the Switch, which weird as it is to believe, that was the first time the Devil May Cry games have ever been put on Nintendo consoles. It would be nice to see the Dead Rising games be put on the Switch as well, because honestly, it would make things more convenient for me whenever we do get around to doing Dead Rising 2.
Yeah. Absolutely. And especially if they kept the online co-op. Absolutely.
That would be nice.
And I'm moving this block here because we need that for a puzzle. Because, there's a brain slug, and unfortunately there's no way to skip brain slugs.
Over there.
Yep. Oh,
there's no way to skip. So it's immediately moving me to the left, which is why I put that block there so that I could keep myself moving to the right, because it's not going to like the right. There's planning that has to be involved. I'm going to move this block, so I'm going to need this block for later. These sequences up ahead are very long in that they include a lot. They expect a lot to have happened while you're doing them. So over here. Crap, now the whole place is flooding.
Ah, shit.
Oh boy.
Well.
Now we gotta move while still with the brain slug. I think it's interesting though. I like these little auto. It's an interesting little twist on an auto scroller.
Yeah. I'd say so.
Crap, I should have kept that over there.
Hopefully we can be able to turn back.
Oh, we will. The light's here as well. But this means I need to do something with that block, because otherwise I don't think I'm going to make it to the very end before...
Yeah, you can't.
I can do it. Wait, I can do this. I can do this. Ha!
Oh!
But how are you going to get rid of the sluggo now?
Well, for now I'm going to wait for that pipe on the right, because the ceiling is slanted there, as it's going to push that pipe up and it'll allow me to use it as a platform once it breaches the surface.
And yeah, I see it.
Breach like the majestic whale.
Come on.
Now we soar like eagles on pogo sticks.
We gotta get to that game eventually.
We do. That is a beautiful game.
What game?
Which game?
Grim Fandango.
Grim Fandango.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Aha! Got it.
Ooh, thanks, boys.
Not today, brain slug.
I want a reminder: was Grim Fandango ported to the Wii U or the Switch?
Switch.
Yeah, the Switch.
Because that was the remastered edition.
Right. Like, I knew it was remastered. I was just trying to remember which Nintendo console it was ported to.
Oh, real quick, that's the other reason why I would love to see Dead Rising come to Switch, because I would love to be able to have that comparison of, this is what it looked like the first time that Dead Rising was on a Nintendo console.
Now
this is what we got.
I almost forgot about Chop Till You Drop.
I was about to say, actually, that's something I'm kind of curious about. If they do port the Dead Rising games to the Switch, would they include Chop Till You Drop?
I honestly,
wouldn't
I highly doubt it because I think.
Go ahead.
Considering that a lot of people weren't really jiving with that version of the game compared to the original, I think Capcom's more or less wiped it from their memory. Which is a shame. Which, I mean, in some ways, it's kind of a shame considering I still love the fact that it's that game out of the two that has fucking zombie poodles
And zombie parakeets.
That too.
We finally get to kill Madonna.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, that was a bad
Yeah, you gotta
taste.
time that pretty well.
Oh
It's,
yeah.
pretty
And-
dangerous.
Jump
Yeah.
and jump.
It's a tricky platformer. There, okay, that's what I needed because I need that cable down there because that E sign is on constantly. There's no way to get around it, so whoop.
So
And we
I guess
go-
going back to the game's whole
go for
thing
it.
real quick. Earlier we were dealing with what was essentially a whole bunch of survivalistic kids in some very, I don't know if I would outright say urban. Well, I guess it was kind of urban. It was very industrial. Like, where do you think we are now in relation to the start of the game?
We're definitely in some like city, hence this hotel sign. We started off in a forest, then we were in a wasteland outskirts, while we were out in some mining operation or whatever, we came across the sewers to this city.
Ooh,
And whoa!
going
Yeah.
down.
I would die if I did that. We're gonna go down the safe way. But yeah, so now we definitely seem to be in a city. There have been people who have tried. There are definitely, and I can see parallels. There
Oh,
have
come
been
on, we're not that heavy.
There are definitely people who have seen. Hang on, let me in.
Let me in.
Come on.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, it was gonna happen. But it was okay. Oh, that's why I'm gonna use this ladder to get a lot more ups.
Oh yeah.
It was. I've seen people make comparisons and thus draw conclusions or similarities and thus connections between this game and Inside. Nuts. In particular, we're going to see later in Inside, there appear to be these little brain. There we go. These brain controlling thingies, very similar to the brain worms of this game.
Yeah, those are more like machines rather than worms.
Machines, and there is that part in the very beginning with the pig. With
Yeah,
that weird,
that's
slug
true.
thingy making it more
Sorry,
aggressive.
I'm yawning. I don't know why I'm yawning.
You're fine. It's because this part is. Well, I mean, I guess you could just.
I think I had a lot of calories earlier.
Oh no! Not into the construction! Don't make me do it!
Oh.
Yeah, the way to solve this puzzle is knock this construction over prior to getting controlled by a slug.
Thank you, hindsight.
All right. I mean, okay. So I guess that being said, I think Trial and Death could be kind of annoying as a game. It's a very, it could be a very much a Guy Dangan moment of, you know how it is, where like, in terms of game design, like, it's always annoying to reach a puzzle where there's no way to know how to solve the puzzle until you've failed it once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say it's at its absolute worst when like the whole trial and error process takes like multiple, like I'd say maybe 20, 30 tries.
If you're not
Yeah,
getting it
it's,
right away, no, yeah. But it does drop you off right before each of those deaths.
Which is
So you
nice.
get
Oh,
to
yeah.
try
The checkpoints
again
are super.
right away.
Which is great. This and Super Meat Boy had the right idea of making it be very immediate, very like, oh, we can just get right back into it. There's no big loading times.
Oh, that does suddenly remind me. Like you all remember the whole thing with Super Meat Boy, and that whenever you cleared a level, they showed you a replay and showed all the little Super Meat Boys that you were playing as and how they died.
Which is always fun.
Yeah.
And it's funny because now Mario's adapted that thanks to Mario Maker 2's recent update.
Oh yeah, the ninja. All
Yeah.
the ninjas.
They actually use
they added
ninjas as their.
ninjas?
Yeah, they use ninjas as basically. It's not entirely the same thing, but it's like the ninjas represent other players, like and how fast they are able to beat the level compared to
Oh,
you.
they're player ghosts.
So they're
then.
ghosts.
Exactly,
Yeah,
they're player ghosts.
But you get to
Okay.
see like hundreds of ninjas racing alongside you.
And it's and in
funny.
some in some ways it's hilarious to watch, but it's
Oh,
also
geez.
slow.
Oh God!
Oh,
Yeah. So what has to happen here is I need to use that box to jump over it. So fortunately, I can't change the direction I'm moving, but I can control how fast I go in that direction. So I need to hold back so I walk slow enough for this box to land in front of me. Then
Okay,
I can use it to jump across. And
I saw
there are
what
the
you were
munchies.
trying to do there.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It's coming
you
back
did it.
over.
Munchie boys. There we go.
Come on, come on.
Okay, so what was the other thing I was going to talk about? We were talking about other stuff. The art style can be a little slow. Oh, in terms of when a game does that, where there's no way to tell if there's how to solve a puzzle until after you've lost the first time, it reminds me of King's Quest IV. Yeah, I'm a nerd. In particular, this jump is a little annoying to me. I have to walk back and forth and keep this pendulum going so that it gets high enough for me to reach up there, and it's a little finicky.
It's
Yeah,
a little.
because
It's a little
physics.
slow.
Hi.
Higher, maybe I can make it from here? No.
No,
No.
Okay, sorry.
No,
Nope,
you're not gonna
nope,
make
nope,
it.
nope, 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 nope.
No.
No,
So in
no,
King's
no,
Quest-
no, no. I don't want to.
I'd also say I remember when doing these particular things, I also tried jumping to see if that helped mitigate some of the weight.
I could
Did
see
it?
that. Okay, so yeah, so in King's Quest IV, really quick, an example that came to mind is in King's Quest IV, you get a genie bottle, and the fun thing that happens is that when you open the genie bottle, the djinn or genie is pissed, and he's like, "Finally, freedom! Now let's see how you enjoy staying in a bottle for 10,000 years," and whoop, you get sucked in, and that's the game over. He just gets ticked off. He doesn't give you wishes. He just says, "Yeah, cool. Now you get to live here," and then leaves.
Well,
So
shit. How's that for gratitude?
So this is actually part of a puzzle, though, is that later on I'm gonna. Oh, I need this box to come with me, so I'm going to do something finicky here. Hang on. Maybe if I swing it, I need to.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to swing it.
I need. What I need to do is I need.
Oh,
to
wait,
catch it.
yeah, I remember now. You gotta.
So you'll see. And now I grab it so that it goes down, but it will not take the platform down with it, and I can keep the box with me to weigh
There
down
you go.
this
Okay.
thingy. So now this weighs down this ramp, so I can push a block up here for later. Anyway, what was I saying? So what the heck does this do?
Nothing.
It's doing something.
It
Oh,
does.
it lowers a rope.
Oh, the rope.
Ah!
Ah.
Oh, we need
And that's
that
why we
box.
need the box. So we
Yeah.
need the box and the platform to hold down. We need the platform to hold down this ramp, and so the box can be pushed. Anyway, sorry, moving ahead. So that's actually part of a puzzle with that genie bottle. Is you encounter a witch later on, and the way you're supposed to deal with her is you're supposed to leave the genie bottle in the open, so that the witch goes up to it and says, "Ha!" She opens it up, and thus she gets trapped in the genie bottle for 10,000 years. However, if you just put two and two together, there is no way to know that is what's going to happen when you interact with the genie bottle until you've died to it already.
So basically,
Sorry.
it's borderline moon logic.
Sorry,
Yeah.
they haven't. I was about to say they haven't made any big announcements yet, but something about the Game Awards that I find kind of cute. Apparently, they have Bunsen, Honeydew, and Beaker as presenters.
Oh my
Really?
gosh, it's gonna be adorable. That's gonna be adorable.
Oh boy.
But want to hurry it up, boys.
Oh, you,
I got
Well-
he got hit on the head with a box.
He got hit in the head with
ow,
the coconut
hit my
box.
head.
What
A
has
box
to
of
happen?
coconuts.
So what has to happen here is I need to time the box dropping. So that happens. Now I
You
can
gotta
hurry
Hurry,
jump
mad lad.
before
There you
it
go.
slices them up.
We'll be good. Goodbye, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey was in that box.
I'm just calling that box Tower Jeffrey. So what was the other thing I was thinking of? Was that's adorable that that's adorable that Hunson, Bunsen burner and whatever.
But
those two.
Bunsen, Honeydew, and Beaker, yeah, because it's like, it's stuff like that kind of
What
like.
the?
Oh.
It's nice. Oh, Buzzy.
Mosquito.
Ugh.
Anyway,
a
I was
giant
just saying,
fly.
It's nice to see that people still consider the Muppets as kind of celebrities.
I need
Yeah,
to sneak
but
up
eternal.
on it. This is not going to be a fun little thing, but I need to grab that fly, which I'm going to tiptoe.
I hate big bugs.
and-
What a world we live
Cannot
in.
lie.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, what a world we live in where freaking flies are up twice as big as a child.
Yeah.
Who says
Thank
that's a
good-
fly?
Thank goodness that the bugs in Hollow Knight were at least adorably designed.
Yeah.
And they were also very
There you
tiny.
go.
Oh god. Oh god.
Get off my leg!
I feel gross.
And
Ugh.
we rip off its
There you
leg,
Ugh.
Wow.
Okay.
and it twitches.
Now, how's that for
really?
gratitude?
The bug's like, was that really necessary?
Yes,
Just, yeah,
because you're an abomination of nature.
I'm very appreciative that Hollow Knight would not nearly have been the fun little romp that it was if everything was photorealistic, freaking wormy.
I'm an abomination. Have you seen your outfit? Who wears that kind of blouse with those shoes, girlfriend?
And he just walks away while his wings do the little as he snaps away. Anyway, yeah. So that's it. Honestly, yeah. So not that it's it. Join us for what's already going to be the finale, because we're now entering the industrial section, and we're pretty getting close to the last couple puzzles of this game.
See ya.
Till next time, guys.
See you there.
Mm-hmm.